Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Shaifah Mushadana binti Sa'awi and my matrix number is 01DIT24F1063. So today, me and my friend, which is Irene, will be presenting about our project, which is for business intelligence subject. The scenario of the project is SmartRetail Sedan Berhad is a growing retail company that sells electronic gadgets across Malaysia. The company stores its data in multiple formats and systems, which is sales data stored in an Access file, customer data stored in a MySQL database, product catalog in a CSV file, and branch data from a Google Sheet. So the management wants to combine all this information into a single data warehouse to enable performance analysis in Power BI. So our task is to design and explain how the ETL process can be implemented to prepare clean, accurate, and ready to analyze data. In business intelligence, our goal is to turn the raw data into actionable insights. But before we build the beautiful dashboard, we need to deal with the most important part, which is the ETL process. So what is the ETL process? Let's go to the next slide. First, let's talk about the foundation. For section A, question 1, explain the meaning of extraction, transformation, and loading ETL in your own words. So what is ETL process? The first one is extraction. Extraction is the process of collect data from different sources such as CSV, database, and Excel. So in Smart Retail case, data is taken from Excel, sales report, MySQL customer database, CSV product files, and Google Sheets branch information. So the goal is to get the all raw data without changing it first. So the next one is transformation. What is transformation? Transformation is the process of cleaning, organizing, and converting the extracted data into a consistent format such as remove duplicate records, fix missing values, standardize product names, and make sure dates, prices, and formats are the same so the data can be analyzed easily. So this is the most critical part, which is we need to clean the data first. In business intelligence, if the data is dirty, then the insights will be wrong. So what is loading? Loading is the process of storing the transformed data into a data warehouse. After clean and organizing, the data is uploaded into a central database such as Power BI that can access it for reporting and analysis, which is we convert the clean data to the Power BI to analysis. So the second question is describe why data cleansing is a critical part of the ETL process. So data cleansing is important because the data from different systems often contains errors, duplicates, or missing information. So if the incorrect data is used, the management may make wrong business decisions. So by cleaning the data during ETL, duplicate customer and sales record can be removed. Besides, incorrect formats can be standardized and missing or invalid values can be corrected. So this will ensure the final data in the warehouse is accurate, reliable, and suitable for analysis in Power BI. So the last question of section A is identify 3 common challenges faced during ETL implementation in real-world scenarios. So the first one is data format differences. As we all know, data comes from multiple sources such as Excel, CSV, databases, and Google Sheets, which is it has different structures and formats. The second one is poor data quality. It means that it has missing values, duplicate entries, or incorrect information that can make the transformation difficult and time consuming. Last one is performance issues, which is processing large amounts of data can slow down the ETL process and it requires better system performance and scheduling. So for the first question of section B, I would like to describe the step-by-step of ETL workflow to integrate the sales, customer, product, and branch data in a simple diagram. So here are all of the data that we load in a Power BI desktop. Okay, next we transform the data into Power Query Editor, and then we started by profiling the data to see where the errors were, such as missing values in the phone and state columns. After that, we applied transformation steps, which is we rename columns for clarity and remove unnecessary rows. Next, we transform capitalize each word in branch name column, and then we use conditional logic to fix missing information. And for figure 30, for the phone numbers, we identify that the data was either missing, contain typo, or using generic placeholders. So we perform data reconstruction by apply conditional logic based on the branch location, such as 05 for Perak and 03 for Selangor and Kuala Lumpur. So this will ensure that our business intelligence reports are based on the accurate and high quality data. And then we rename columns in product table and remove top rows. And then we transform capitalize each word in product name column and remove RM and change data type of standard price. Besides, we replace values in category column. And then we rename columns in customer table and remove the top rows. I will now hand the process over to my friend, which is Irene, who will continue the next phase of the ETL process.
Thank you, Masha. And this is my part to present. My name is Nur Adi Izzati binti Rusli and my matrix number is 01-24F1119. And then for the figure 26, we replace the value and change data type in join date column. So this is the after replace value and change data type. So we replace the invalid date with 001 with 01/01/2024 to ensure logical precedence since the sale transaction occurred throughout 2024 and 2025. Setting the join date to the beginning of 2024 ensure that the customer registration data correctly precedes their purchase history, avoiding any logical conflict in the data relationship. Okay, next for figure 28, we replace value in customer type column. So this is after. So in the blank field, we replace it as regular. It is because in a retail context, customer with undefined status are typically treated as regular until they meet specific criteria for VIP or newly registered. So assigning regular as a default value ensure that consistency for reporting purpose. And then we replace value in gender column. Okay, after that we replace value in email column. So here we replace missing email entries with not provided. It is because to maintain data integrity, fabricating synthetic email address could lead to the inaccurate marketing analysis. Therefore, a clear placeholder is used to distinguish record without contact information. And then we replace value in customer ID column. Okay, next in the sales table, so we replace the value in sales date column. So for sale ID 3 and 174, the dates were invalid. So we adjust them to 01/01/2025 because the surrounding transaction data suggests this sale occurred at the beginning of the year. So standardizing this date ensure that the sales are correctly captured in the monthly financial report without causing errors in the timeline analysis. Okay, next for the customer ID column. For the blank field in customer ID column, we replace with C000. It is because to ensure that the total sales revenue remains accurate. So deleting this row would result in underreporting the actual result volume. So assigning them to the guess or unknown category in necessary for financial completeness. Okay, after that, in blank field in product ID column, we replace with P000 to ensure that the total revenue is fully captured. It is because deleting this record would result in an inaccurate financial report. By using a placeholder, we can still report the total sales amount even if the specific item sold was not recorded. And then we replace value in quantity column. Besides that, we remove RM and change data type in unit price column. Okay, next, we change data type in total amount column. So this is the last process. So we finish our ETL process. Okay, for question 2, suggest at least 3 transformation operations that should be applied before loading the data into the warehouse. Okay, 1, data type conversion. Convert data into correct format. For instance, total amount convert to text to decimal. This ensure accurate calculation and querying. Okay, next, second, handling missing value. For example, fill missing data using not provided, estimated value or remove incomplete record if unusable. Okay, next, renaming column. Rename column into standardized warehouse naming, such as column 1 to customer ID, column 2 to product name, and so on. Okay, next, standardizing text value. Make text consistent, such as uppercase or lowercase. Okay, next for question 3, explain how you perform data cleansing for following issues. So the first issue is missing customer address. Okay, first, select data which is highlight the column that has missing values such as phone column in dirty branches file. And then we find the empty cell and then we replace the empty cell with missing value. So or the empty cell in that column will now be filled with the chosen text. So for the second issue is inconsistent product categories. Even though the laptop categories currently look consistent, we would still fix the missing category values for items such as iPad and iPhone by filling them based on their product name to ensure the dataset is 100% complete for analysis. Okay, for the third issues is duplicate transaction ID. Okay, for the transaction ID, we identify that the data contain redundant entries where the same ID was assigned to the multiple record. We perform data reconstruction by applying conditional logic based on the record timestamp, which is retaining the latest successful entry while removing all earlier or identical duplicates. This ensure that this ensure that each transaction has a unique identifier, preventing the overstatement of figure and maintaining data integrity. So that's all from us. Thank you.